Welcome. I bought this Mamiya 645 Pro TL camera quite a long time ago, in 2009 if I'm not mistaken. I featured it on my website, back in the day before YouTube became the prime medium to connect with users on the internet. I shot 2 rolls of film with it and then put it away. And just yesterday I took it out again and wanted to use it but couldn't. See, it comes with a power drive, and when I press the shutter release button on it, nothing happens. I'm sure it used to work, but now it's dead. I'm pretty sure I eliminated all the conditions that prevent the shutter from releasing. Um, what I mean by that, as you know, cameras like this are loaded with all sorts of safety features, like they prevent you from inadvertently releasing the shutter, or accidental double exposures, or when you forget to take out the dark slide. Um, but no, I think this power drive is well and truly broken. It needs to be fixed. And if you would like to see how I go about fixing it, keep watching. So this is the power drive already taken apart. I didn't videotape the disassembly, but I'll explain how I did it. I suspected an electrical fault, a broken connection perhaps somewhere around the shutter release button. So I took off the front cover, which is this one, rather than removing this cover plate here. Now, to remove the top cover was actually quite tricky. It is screwed onto the rest of the power drive with 3 screws. One of the screws, a smallish screw, was here. Another screw screws into this metal nut of some sort, which is embedded into the plastic. And the screw itself is accessible through the rear end of the battery compartment, down there. You need a Phillips head screwdriver to unscrew this and all other screws. The third screw was the trickiest to find. I had to remove this cover plate first and put my screwdriver through a hole here. And try to reach that screw just under there. But my screwdriver was too short. I do have a long screwdriver, but this is a flat-headed screwdriver, and besides, this shaft is too thick to put through that hole. So I used brute force and just pulled off the lid. It is unfortunate, but I doubt that I would be able to find a suitable screwdriver anytime soon. That metal bit was in here originally, but I just pulled this off. So that's how I did it. These metal plates, or tongues, act as a switch. I suspected that they might be corroded, so I cleaned them with deoxit. Now, one wonders why there are 3 metal plates here instead of just 2. I can think of 2 possible answers to that question. One is that as the shutter release button presses down onto them, in the first instance, the top and middle plate make contact, and that results in turning on the light meter. And when you continue pressing down the shutter release button further, then the middle plate touches the bottom one, and bang, the shutter is released. The other alternative behavior would be that when the middle plate and the bottom plate make contact, then the shutter is fired continuously. I think this is less likely, but we will see when I restore the circuit board. As you can see, the rear end of these contacts are molded into a clear chunk of plastic. This actually consists of two parts stuck together, and they fell apart when I was messing around with it, so I had to glue them back together. And they break very easily. Now I'm going to put this back in there, where it belongs under the circuit board. It is secured into position with two screws like this. The switch has been put back into its place. Hopefully you can see that. The next challenge will be to solder the battery contacts back onto the circuit board. These are the battery contacts, and they need to be soldered onto here. They will actually poke through the circuit board. The battery contacts have been reconnected. I also put back this little screw here. Now, on the bottom of the power drive, I need to reinstall the battery compartment cover and this cover plate as well. And now the battery can go in. This power drive uses a 2CR5 6-volt lithium battery. All done. I just wonder if this drive will function off camera. Nothing happens. Ah well, time to attach it to the camera and test it that way. Here we are. Let me just zoom out a bit. Perfect. Now what's going on? I forgot how this locking thing works. I think that's it. Ready to test. Oops, nothing happens. I wonder why. Perhaps I'll see if the lights come on in the viewfinder. Yep, they at least turn on. So why the shutter doesn't fire? Ah, you idiot. I forgot to remove the dark slide. Now? Woohoo, it works. See that? Victory at last. The power grip is back on the camera. There is now film in it. Just a roll of 120 film I've been using for testing. It's been reused a few times already. I'm up to frame 12 and I'm going to finish the roll. Now after frame 15 it should keep winding until it completely unwinds the film from the film spool. Let's see. Finished. Now I can go out and take pictures for real.